You're listening to Gigi Radio, the one and only Christian radio show for teen girls, with your hosts, Esther and Steph. Hi girls, it's Esther here.
Hey girls, and it's Steph, and it is December. I can't believe it.
I know, it feels like the year has flown.
I like to call it Christmas month, so.
Oh yes, which means Steph's music has started, Christmas music.
Oh yeah, that started last month.
That's true. So just a few things, because this is the last podcast for the year. Can you believe, girls, that we have done 112 podcast episodes, radio episodes from March till now?
Wow.
That's an amazing accomplishment. And we want to thank you for listening and tuning in.
Yes, girls, thank you so much. We do it for you and can't keep doing it without you.
Yes. Another thing is, don't forget to sign up to the Gigi Notes. That's like a newsletter that we send out every month with what's happening. And that's the only way to communicate with us during our time away, because when are we back?
Drumroll, girls, it is until March 2022. So it does seem like a while, but we're going to have brand new content, stories, some exciting news as well. Do we say that yet? No? Yes?
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you can tell the girls.
Ebooks as well. Exciting ebooks that we are preparing for you.
Yes, so it's going to be really good. More Charlotte Bay, which you all love. And today's story is actually Charlotte Bay, but we'll tell you more after. Okay, so next.
So Artist of the Week, a lot of you girls love them. It is for King and Country. And I have to pick a Christmas song. I know we're right at the beginning, but it is Joy to the World. So yes.
And the verse of the day, because of the week, it's Psalms 71:14, and this is the ERV, so the easy to read version, and he says, "Then I will always trust in you and praise you more and more." Such a cute little verse.
I love that one. So Esther, what is the treat you have for the girls, or we have for the girls?
Well, as I said before, we have a story of Charlotte Bay. I know you all love it. We even get emails from you girls asking us, do you have more Charlotte Bay stories? And we are happy to say, yes, we do. So we are finishing with type of a Christmas story on one of the cousins, which is Silver.
And girls, you can actually go to our blog. We'll put a link below, just so you can see our character, how we imagine them. So credit Pinterest for the pictures we find. But that's how we imagine the cousins. And you get a bit of a profile, their age, things they like. A little bit about them.
Yep, that sounds good. All right. So today's story is called Silver and the Mystery of the Christmas Bells.
Silver and the Mystery of the Christmas Bells. Chapter 1. Silver tied her ginger-coloured hair into a high bun and wiped her hands on her dusty jeans. Sweat sprinkled across her brow as she pushed another heavy box to one side. "Where is it?" she mumbled, rummaging through yet another box labelled Kids. She checked the time and gasped. She had been stuck in Grandma's attic for over 2 hours. 3 o'clock was soon approaching, and she had to go home and finish some last-minute story preparation for kids' class in her church the next day. "Okay, that's it," Silver announced in a loud voice. "I will find that Christmas nativity set." She wiped her grimy hands again, set her timer for 15 minutes, and got down to serious box-finding business. Every box she opened either had chewed toys, falling apart books, musty old clothes, or silverware. Silver groaned as she shut another box and shoved it to one corner. Her timer ticked away, indicating time was almost up. Just as she was about to head downstairs, she saw a box labelled Christmas. Yes! Excitedly, she opened the flaps and peered inside. Disappointment rushed through her. She pulled out some Christmas cards from the dinosaur years, some Christmas tree ornaments that were pretty and rare, and sitting at the bottom was a jewellery box that caught her attention. She pulled out the small blue box, blowing off a cloud of dust that had settled on it over the years. Engraved on top of the box was Gold Leaf Jewelers. which was an expensive jewelry shop in uptown Charlotte Bay. Silver opened the box carefully and gasped. Inside the silky cocoon sat an exquisite tiny silver bell with little diamonds encrusted on the waist. A small card sat to one side. It read, "Twin Charm Christmas Bells." An image of twin silver bells was drawn on one corner. Silver inspected the box to see if the other bell was hiding somewhere. She lifted the silk material, but nothing. There was only one bell charm. Odd, she thought. Engraved on the band of the bell was the word Bell with an E at the end, like the name Bell. She touched the little word carefully and frowned. She had seen this bell before. There was something extremely familiar about it. Silver tilted her head to one side and bit her bottom lip. Had it belonged to Grandmama? She closed her eyes deep in thought. No. Where had she seen it? Frustrated, she placed the charm back in its box and chided herself for worrying about it. "Sylv, are you still up there?" Her cousin's voice drifted into the attic room. "Yeah, I'm up here. Any more kicks?" she called out, laughing to herself. She couldn't tell the difference between her twin cousins' voices. They were not only identical, but the voices were too. "Oh, cool, I'm coming up. I need some stuff for the church Christmas program." The voice was followed by footsteps coming up the stairs. Silver shut the jewelry box and kept it in her hand. She wished she could keep it. Ugh, this place gives me the creeps. A brunette head appeared and Silver laughed. It was Catherine, one of the twins. Well, she was a triplet with Emily and Josh. Kiki, as they called her, was terrified of the attic and never went up there unless she had people with her. "I'm heading off because I couldn't find the nativity set I needed for the kids' story tomorrow." Silver pushed another box out of the way and cleaned her gritty hands on her jeans. "Nativity set?" Kiki looked around. "We have a nativity set at home we don't want anymore. I could take it to church tomorrow if you want." "Yes, please," Silver beamed. "I have to head off. I have a zillion things to finish off before tomorrow." "Wait!" Kiki's voice rose in panic. "Don't leave me here alone. I promise it won't be long. I just need Grandmama's costume box. She said it's up here." Kiki tucked a long strand of hair behind her ear and headed to the back of the attic room. Grandmama said it's labeled church drama costumes. Kiki dusted a few boxes to read the labels. "I'll help you." Silver went to put the jewelry box on a shelf, but in her hurry missed it and it fell to the ground. The box burst open and out popped the silver bell charm. "Oh no!" Silver dropped to the ground and picked it up. Phew! It wasn't broken. "What happened?" Kiki knelt next to Silver, her blue-grey eyes surprised. "Are you okay, Sylv?" Silver nodded. "Yeah." "Whoa! What is that?" Kiki leaned close and touched the little bell. "It's stunning," she whispered. "Isn't it?" Silver agreed. "I found it in a box, but I think I've seen it somewhere. I just don't know where." She held the glittery object towards the light. "Can I see it?" Kiki asked. Silver handed it over to her and Kiki studied it carefully. "It says Bell." "Yeah, I think it must have been a gift for someone, but the jewelry people made a mistake and put Bell with an E instead of Bell with a double L." "Oh, yeah, I get it." Kiki's head bobbed up and down. So whoever was going to give it away couldn't because it was spelt wrong. "What a shame. You should keep it." Kiki encouraged giving it back. "You think?" Silver's heart thudded in her chest. "Sure, everything here is ancient. Grandmama always tells us that we can have anything we find." Silver nodded. That was true. With a huge grin, she gripped the little box and clutched it to her chest. It was hers to keep. Later that night, curled in her bed, Silver sent her grandmama a quick text with a photo of the box. "Hi, Grandma. I found this in the attic today. Are you okay for me to keep it?" A few seconds later, a reply dinged through with a big yes. Silver clapped her hands in glee, put her phone away, and turned the light off. Chapter 3. After hugs and kisses, the cousins started to catch up with the latest news. Silver gave Sophie one last hug and intertwined her arm with hers. It was great to have her home for the holidays. Of all the cousins, Sophie lived the farthest. She attended an exclusive boarding school 3 hours away and came home mainly for the holidays or special events. Silver looked down at her feet and Sophie's and giggled. Here she was wearing brown cowgirl boots while Sophie's feet gleamed with perfectly jeweled sandals. Silver could only imagine how expensive they'd been. "Okay, you guys, I need to get a chain from a jewelry shop. I need help hunting for one," Silver said. "Yeah, Silver has found a really cool bell pendant that could have belonged to royalty," Emily piped up. Giselle and Sophie gasped, while Silver and Kiki cried out in unison, "Emily! I found it in Grandmama's attic and it doesn't belong to any royalty," Silver added. "Oh, I want to see it. It could be vintage or boho." Giselle's hazel eyes gleamed with anticipation. The girls stopped at the bench and Silver took out the bell to show them. Giselle took it gently and gasped, "It's stunning, Silv. Maybe it does belong to some royal person." "I rest my case." Emily took a sip of her mango and strawberry smoothie and plonked next to Kiki. Sophie took it off Giselle and examined it closely. "It's definitely expensive," she paused. "I feel like I've seen this somewhere before. I just don't know where." Silver and Kiki nodded. "Us too." After much chatter and debating of where they had seen it, the girls went gift shopping. Giselle, Sophie and Emily went one way, while Kiki and Silver headed to different jewelry shops. 2 hours later, Silver and Kiki walked out of the last shop and headed to Kim's Deli Cafe to have lunch. Silver let out a frustrated sigh. "I don't get how jewelry shops don't have any chains that fit." "Yeah, completely weird," Kiki agreed. "Maybe you can get one online?" Kiki suggested. "No, because it might not fit, but..." Silver's voice trailed off and she stopped. "Kix, I've got it! They will have a chain that fits. Why did I think of it before?" She rolled her eyes. "Gold Leaf Jewelers. This is where the bell was bought. I bet they'll have something." "Good thinking, Silv. I'll go with you tomorrow." Chapter 4. The little bell chimed softly, announcing their entrance into the opulent jewelry shop. The plush blue carpet softened their footsteps as they walked in. A security guard welcomed them and ushered them in with his gloved hand. Silver turned to Kiki with rounded eyes and whispered, "Wow." Kiki nodded and giggled. "Whoa, look at this ring!" Silver exclaimed, pointing to a blue sapphire ring glistening behind the secured glass cabinet. Kiki leaned close. "Check out the price! Can something have that many zeros?" The girls giggled but quickly covered their mouths, not wanting to risk being kicked out. "Can I help you, ladies?" The crisp voice interrupted their laughter. A lady that looked like she had stepped out of a fashion magazine stood there. Her immaculate dress and jewels matched her porcelain skin, her white hair and grey eyes. Silver cleared her throat and moved towards a desk. "Yes, I'm looking for a chain for a pendant or charm." She took out the little box from her backpack, opened it and placed it on the counter. "I need to put this on a chain so I can wear it," Silver exclaimed. The lady remained silent as she lifted the silver bell encrusted with diamonds and whispered, "Where did you get this?" she asked without looking up. "Oh, I found it at my grandmother's attic. She gave it to me to keep." Silver felt awkward explaining, but she hoped the lady didn't think she'd stolen it. "My grandmother is Abigail Rose Hayes," the lady said, looking up at Silver. "I know her well. You must be Silver?" The lady's eyes rounded, but quickly replaced her shock with a tiny smile. "I will get Heather to attend you. Good day." With that, she left abruptly and disappeared behind the glass door. Silver and Kiki looked at each other. What was that about? Kiki shook her head.
That is so interesting. And why is that jewelry shop lady acting so strange? There is a secret there for sure.
So girls, we're not being cruel and we're not going to leave it there. And if you've noticed, I skipped from chapter 1 to chapter 3 and some of chapter 4 because we want you girls to read it for yourselves.
So The story is way too long to read on the radio.
It's a short little book.
It's a short little story, so it's not very long. But the reason we've put it into chapters is so that in case you can't read the whole thing in one sitting, you know where you left it at. So you need to go to our website. There is a link below, and you need to download that book. It's free. That little ebook is free, and you can read the whole thing.
But we'll tell you more about that after our Christmas song for King and Country, Joy to the World.
So, girls, the story that we're sharing today, its theme, or what we want you girls to remember and to think about, is that no matter what you're going through, you have a God who cares about your heart and about your hurts. And like Psalms 34:17-18 says, the Lord hears his people when they call to him for help. He rescues them from all their trouble. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted. He rescues those whose spirits are crushed.
So sometimes, girls, you might suffer all alone without talking to God because you think he doesn't care or he doesn't want to hear about it. But he does. Like, he cares so much. If it's important to you, it is important to him. In Silver's story, we want to highlight that there is hope in God. And it might not make that much sense because you haven't, I guess, heard all the stories, so you might not know where we're coming from. But, you can talk to God by journaling your thoughts, drawing your thoughts, praying, and just trusting that He is there listening.
And I think the way we can learn to trust God is by spending time with Him in the mornings, as hard as it can be sometimes, girls. Getting a communication with God, it's really important. And you can do that by studying your devotional, reading a verse in the Bible, and by praying. And God can give you that peace that you are looking for.
So I'm sure you want to know the whole story. There definitely is a conclusion and a bit of a mystery there. But like we said, it is too long for the radio. So we've got a really nice free ebook for you girls to download for free.
So just click the link below, and you need to go and get that right now, because it's good. It's a good story that you can read over the weekend.
You might need a tissue. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, some people have said that they might need a little tissue.
Yes.
I don't know.
I needed a tissue.
Okay, so let us know what you think of the Silver story. Once you read it, send us an email, contact us, go on Instagram. There's a contact thing on there. You can send us an email, whatever you need to communicate with us, just do it, because we really need to know if you want more stories like this one.
And the same with we had Aiden and Evelyn last month, so let us know your thoughts on them as well, because we want to make some more stories of the characters, I guess, modernized Bible characters, so we want your feedback for that too.
So apart from Silver Story, you will always find some other free ebooks there. Now, we've called them they're like mini ebooks, you could say. They're short stories, but we wanted to turn them into little ebooks because we want to create this kind of library where you can come and you can find some good books and some things about God,
something that's uplifting and it's going to help you.
So there's also some stories there of women in the Bible that you are going to love, and they've got beautiful covers.
Yes, you have to go check it out, girls.
Yes. Tell your friends, share the links with your friends so they can also have access to these stories.
That's our end of year gift from us to you girls, those free little ebooks that will be there.
And you'll need them for the end, the stories, the end of the year.
Yeah.
As you get bored, you can read these little short ebooks. So this is it just from us. Oh, I feel so sad. But girls, we want to wish you a wonderful holiday break. And we hope that you find that true meaning of Christmas, which is Jesus.
Girls, we want you to keep safe during the holidays. Don't do anything crazy. And we also want to congratulate the grade 12s who have finished their schooling life.
Yes.
That's it. They're done.
This is it. Congratulations. Woohoo! That's taken years, and I know tears and stress, anxiety. And even though, that part is still going to be hard, like the studying and all that, but you have finished a huge milestone in your life. No more school with a teacher. Yeah. More like a lecturer maybe now, or TAFE or something like that. So it's exciting. We just want to congratulate you. We also want to encourage you to email us. Always, we thank you for the emails you do send us. We get it, girls, emailing us. Don't forget those emails you send us. We are going to read them, as in, if you have questions, we will probably read those questions on the podcast.
Without your name.
But if you don't want that, you can say that in the email. Say, don't read this, to anyone. And we keep your privacy 100%. But you girls are awesome. We love hanging out with you.
Yes, you make our day, girls. That's why we do this. We love it.
Yes, we do. So big hugs from us. Lots of love. We'll be in touch through Gigi Notes so we can say hi to you.
Yes, and the other ones. It's a nice little surprise. So girls, many blessings. We're going to finish with a prayer.
Yes, so may God bless you immensely. Let's pray. Dear Lord, thank you so much for another year. Thank you that we were able to come with the girls on this journey of meeting with you every morning and starting the day with your word and with a prayer. And just ask that you bless them, their journey as they start a new year. All the challenges that are coming their way, but I just ask that you bless them and that they can feel your presence close by. Give them a wonderful holiday break, and also bless their family and anybody that's close to them so they can feel your hands on their lives as well. Thank you, Lord, for your love. In your name I ask. Amen.
This has been Gigi Radio signing out.